organizers just contacted me, and I guess it's because my advocacy really is about the corporate world, and a lot of the people in the BPO industry are all aspiring millennials. Typically from your age 24 to 35 years old, that's the bulk of the age of the people who come in the industry. Very proud to be a Filipino as someone who works also abroad. I also like raising the flag pretty much wherever I go. And I think there's something to celebrate about your BPO industry because that keeps the economy afloat. That's one. That's the reason why the economy is very resilient. Number two, I think the way to go in the future is outsourcing and automation. And my wish for the Philippines is not just to do good in voice BPO services, but in other kinds of outsourced services. So if that's the way to go, that's going to be a very good pump for the economy.
Since this is more of a pageant and a charity cause kind of thing, who are you exactly looking for in order to win Mr. and Miss?
Well, a big part of the pageant is not just about looks. A big part of the pageant, there will be certain activities wherein they are tested in terms of their BPO skills. So part siya nun. And then of course there's your Q&A. And I think a great representative or ambassador of the industry is someone who has confidence. Someone who exudes the ability to portray who he is and very proud to climb the ladder of the BPO industry. So I would choose someone apart from, the looks will always be there, right? I mean, Philippines has lots of good-looking people. But I want someone who's in it for the long run, who sees himself as, I want to be part of this big industry and I want to see it grow, and someone that other people can look up to. For someone out there who may be graduating from the university or from another industry, they can look up to a career in the BPO industry.
Jonathan, how's the reaction with the BPO industry for this particular event? And then
Very warm.
How many had participated in?
Okay, from the organizer's perspective, this is the first time that they're doing something like this. The competition, the crowning night is going to be in November. Pero ngayon pa lang, they've been gathering already participants, and so far they've had more than dozens of participants already, from both males and females.
So are we expecting only Manila-based BPOs?
Sorry?
Are we expecting...
This is nationwide. This is nationwide, and this is just the start. From the organizer's perspective, pageant pa lang to, but there's a lot of opportunity. There can be like a bigger, let's say, BPO Olympics. There can be a bigger BPO Art Fest, music festival. I think that's the long run vision of the organizers here, and I think it's good. I mean, the fact that the pageant's going to be in arena, that's what, 9,000 people. You don't easily close down a venue like that.
How about those who will be participating from the proper, like the BPO industries in Cebu and different parts? Who's gonna shoulder everything?
So the organizers will cover that, and from what I've heard from the organizers, there will be some screening also per province before they get the final contestants who will be in arena.
And as a mentor, where do you come in for your...
So the 4 mentors are all divided with tasks. So for example, Mauro will take care of the health and fitness, Jen will take care of the modeling part, and I'll take care of the Q&A and also about their career management. So this involves like, if you want to get promoted at work, what are the unspoken rules? Because remember, regardless if they win or not, they are ambassadors and they will continue their journey as BPO agents. So for me, manalo matalo, I feel proud that I've imparted those learnings to them.
This mentoring part, like there's a fitness, how does this happen? Is it every week?
Okay, before we have dedicated sessions.
Yes.
We have dedicated sessions, and that happens before November. So once we've decided to screen and filter who will be the official contestants, those contestants get the privilege to be mentored by the 4 mentors.
So will they be excused from their work?
Or because they are contestants, they have to find the right work-life balance to find time to do these things.
It's a challenge also.
Or majority of them are night shift probably, so daytime is a good, yun lang siguro may mga lagari talaga na walang tulugan sila on a certain day.
And how did it happen? Is it by audition or it was the organizers who chose who can be part of it?
Okay. Well, number one, it's by voluntary basis. You can apply. Although, of course, in some situations, the company might require you to ask permission from HR. But the organizers are seeing this in a way na sana in the future, before they even launch or send out their competitors, meron munang kunyari Miss Converges, Mr. and Miss, meron munang Mr. and Miss Alorica. They have that's the vision. But in the meantime, because this is the first time and we're gathering as many contestants as we can, and it's open to anyone. Given of course the eligibility rules.
Paano nag-start? Paano nag-start yung ganito?
I can't really say much for myself because I'm just one of the mentors, but I'm good friends with the organizers, and I think there's really an opportunity because it's a very big community, right? I'll give you an example. Convergys alone, as a BPO company, is the second largest employer in the Philippines after the Philippine government. That's how big it is. So you have a big, market to tap. Nakatawa, no? I mean, a BPO is like, that's how big it is.
Personally, ano yung hinahanap mo sa Mr. and Miss?
I mentioned this a while ago, so confidence is very important. Being able to communicate yourself. Because for me, no matter how smart you are, if you can't communicate what your ideas are to others, no one will listen. And you won't win the hearts and minds of the people who you want to influence. And of course, the BPO industry is all about communication skills. So I want to look for someone who speaks his mind, not just because the book says it, pero meron siyang sariling diskarte also to get that done.
What will be your forte? Question and answer.
Yeah. So I'm very interested to see how it's a very big thing. Like even ABS-CBN now has its own Q&A competition, right? Because it's something that we want to elevate. Kasi sa mga beauty pageants, we always send out the great contestants, but the Q&A pumapalpak. So it's something that I guess is very conscious amongst ourselves.
So per company like Convergys, they have different sites, right? So one only from
It
one
depends.
Mr.
I guess it depends. I also think that you can send multiple contestants. Kasi depende yun eh.
From different
Yeah.
area.
Pwede.
So how would this pageant go ba? Yung process nito, kakaroon din ba ng swimsuit competition?
They have that.
Yes, or the...
I'm not sure with the swimsuit because they're still ironing out the rules for that. But I'm sure there's the part that may modeling.
Okay.
So good looks and confidence and stage presence is going to be part of the criteria. And the mentors are not the only going to be the ones who will be judging during the coronation night. There will be a separate set of judges as well.
But you do have somehow a judging capability.
Yeah. So kami, syempre, we share information on who we think is doing well. We share information to the organizers who we think can further improve. Kulang pa siya sa ganyan. So, I mean, it's a typical mentor. I mean, you know how it goes with The Voice or... So we mentor them and may kanya-kanya kaming manok. Of course, without sharing our own favoritism probably with the contestant.
So do you have say on choosing the candidates?
No, we don't. We get to influence, but we don't get to decide. And I think that's fair because there are other decision makers also in the organization.
Meron na bang mga candidates?
There are, but the selection is not yet done. Still ongoing. So if you have any friends who are willing to participate, then this can be their big break. Spread the news.
Aside from the cash prize, what's other benefits?
Well, for me, it's the prestige. And I think if you look at it, what I heard from the organizers pa nga is they weren't even after the money. They were after the fact that I want to be called as the Mr. and Miss BPO. And within the community of BPO agents, that's a big thing. Being an ambassador alone is a big thing.
Do you know what are the big... Sorry.
50% who gets to the top.
So see, yun pala kalak sa powers namin. 15%. So that's a lot.
Do you have an idea of the basic qualifications to join?
Kanina na-display. The ones kanina. So there are eligibility based on age, full-time.
There's height requirement.
There's a height, 5'6" for males, 5'4" for females.
Pasok ka ba?
And a half and a half.
Depending on how many are screened, so we get to mentor all of them. So we have like full-time sessions naman with everything. So in my case, my mentorship will be about public speaking, confidence, how do you negotiate, how do you present yourself to a group of people.
Jonathan, can you tell us how are you going to mentor yung mga screen candidates?
Okay.
Are you replaced in one room?
Yeah.
You have series
So it's
of meetings?
so workshop style.
PBB.
So
Sorry.
it's both theory, and also we get to see how they portray after they've learned the lessons, and then we look. So, kunyari, kahit ako, like, I want to see how your body language works. When you say something, how does your hands, your face, your gestures, and then we can work out. Are you the type, kunyari lang for example, my pet peeve about answering questions is Filipinos always use the word actually. But it's scientifically proven that if you keep on using that word, it diminishes the credibility of your sentence because you're trying to use an extra word just to feel confident. The words actually, honestly, to be honest, basically, it's not necessary, but we add it. So as much as possible, avoid them and say it as it is. So if someone asks you, did you break the vase? You don't say, actually, you say, he broke the vase. So, and that's how you exude confidence to the set of judges.
Sino yung mga dumaan sa training mo ng mga popular mga...
Well, I've done a lot of trainings for this BPOs. Apart from this, I do 1 day and 1 hour workshops with them. So,
Not yet yung mga good events. Not just yung mga good events.
mostly companies. So mostly Fortune 500 companies, executives, their VPs. So, and mostly, again, a lot of millennials kasi bata pa lang, kaya pang i-mold into someone who's better.
This kind of pageant, does this support any advocacy or?
It does. It is in partnership with the Call Center Association of the Philippines. So before they even launched this, they partnered up with him and got the blessing. So of course, after the winner gets proud, he undergoes a series of charity events, activities also. So may typical, there's an ambassadorship. He gets to do some activities, social entrepreneurship or social charitable.
And who gets to choose them?
I think the organizers will have a say on that, on which ones that they will engage with. I think for me, the fact that if you're the type who chooses it, that means you have an ambition. And in a country with 100 million people, it's hard to stand out. And if you choose to stand out using this leverage, this platform, then it's a good thing. So, for me, hands off to someone. And I guess if you really want something so bad in life, you have to make risks. And this is a big risk that the contestants are undergoing. And big risks are there, but the rewards are also big. So whatever their goal is, if they want to become an entrepreneur afterwards, they want to climb up becoming an executive or general manager of a BPO company, this can be their big break. And there are many ways to get attention of people. This is one of them. Right? I mean, Southeast Asia, Malaysia has also lots of BPO agents. India has lots. And I think it's good because may age kasi na, so there's competency, there's excellence. It's not just about beauty, it's about being good in what you do. And there's a community. I mean, there's culture. It's a different industry that very distinct versus others.
Advise people to first join the
Okay.
competition and also watch the
Okay.
culmination.
Okay. So hi again, this is Jonathan, the season 1 winner of the Apprentice Asia, and I'm one of the mentors for the first ever Philippine Mr. and Miss BPO, and I'm asking you guys and inviting you all to first follow the social media accounts, because right now if we can spread the word with our friends who may be winning to join, it will be a great thing. So on Instagram and Facebook, that's Mr. and Miss BPO official, and then Twitter and YouTube, that's Mr. and Miss BPO, MISS. MS BPO. And then go to the website, which is mrandmissbpo.com. All the details are there for eligibility, and I'm not familiar with the deadline, but it's by the first week of October, the deadline for entries. And the crowning night is going to be the last week of November. It's going to be held in SM MOA Arena. So we're closing down an entire 9,000 big venue.
Thank you.
Thank you.